Yes, don't forget to check out Doggie Diamonds No Filter on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. The links to those are right in the description box. Also, for only $100, I'll promote whatever you need on my social medias and my website. That's my Twitter, Facebook, Insta Stories, YouTube community, and my website, which you will be featured on www.doggiediamondstv.com. Hit me up on Instagram at Doggie Diamonds for your promo. Serious inquiries only. Also, I got a sale going on. Everything must go. SDMfit.com. Everything must go. Labor Day special. Everything must go. SDMfit.com. Get your sweat gel. Get your resistance bands. Get your jump ropes. Get your waist snatchers. Get everything. Everything must go. Let's go. Yeah. No, this is my type of topics right here, you know. We push the line on these topics right here. What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Doggie Diamonds. You know what you're listening to. You know who you're watching right now. I'm here. The title's a little coded, but I know you can figure it out. You know, we can't put certain things on YouTube. You know, us as black content creators. They're rough on us. But anybody else can put what they want, get monetized and all that. Us, we got to put coded stuff. You know. It is what it is. So I'm here, y'all. Been off for a couple of days, but I'm here. Let me make sure. I'm here, y'all. Also, let me announce, man, the channel memberships are back. So if you was a member before the channel, you could become a member again. Certain things like the last build that we did is only for members only right now. It might be public, it might not be, but it was cut short, but it's members only right now. So you can join the membership to get back on the members of the channel. That link is also in the description box, so go right below. Oh, what's up, everybody? I'll go by the name of Doggie Diamonds. It's Doggie Diamonds TV. Took a few days off just to really just chill and relax, get this computer together. I did some upgrades. So, you know, technology tends to act a fool when you're using it in front of everybody. So that's what's been going on with me. I've just been chilling, you know, just relaxing and, you know, just chilling, just not really paying attention to the internet too much. But I'm here, and you knew, and y'all know I was going to talk about this. Because this is part of the thing with this business that happens a lot, and you know I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get what exactly this is all about. I don't get, you know. Well, first and foremost, let me get into the article exactly so y'all know what I'm talking about. Because some people probably like, what is this all about if you didn't see it? And I'm going to not say certain words for the purpose of monetization and YouTube acting funny. But I'm going to let you know. So the source today is Rolling Stone. And it reads, Tiffany Haddish, Aries Spears named in the disturbing child abuse lawsuit. So I have that picture. A disturbing new lawsuit alleges comedians Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears coerced a 7-year-old boy and his 14-year-old sister and appear in videotaped explicit comedy skits that left them with severe emotional damage. Lawyer for the comedians released response to statements Thursday. Brandon, the complaint filed Monday in Los Angeles, a brazen money grab. The plaintiff's mother, name redacted, has been trying to assert these bogus claims against Ms. Haddish for years. Every attorney who has initially taken on her case, and there were several, ultimately dropped the matter once it became clear that the claims were meritless. And Ms. Haddish will not be shaken down, Haddish lawyer Andrew Brettler said in a statement sent to Rolling Stone. He isn't going to fall for any shakedown, Spears' lawyer Deborah Opry said in a separate statement. So, I don't know if y'all seen the skit. It was, damn. I didn't see. It's two of them, but I only saw one. I can't watch two of them You can read this for yourself if you want to. It's on rollingstone.com, or you can just Google their names. Is up there. You can read it for yourself. But I saw the skit with Aries Spears. Now, my thing is, where was that funny at? Who was that funny to? Who said, haha, that's funny? So if it's a situation where Aries Spears did something that's considered to be heinous and guilty, then so is the cameraman, so is the people who set up the lights, so all the people who do all that stuff was with that. All the people who did that is with that. So you got the cameraman, you got the director, the producer, whoever was there for the filming, you film it too. The people who edited, because once you film something, you have to edit. You have to color it. You have to do different things. Everybody involved with that is just as guilty as Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish. Because if somebody send me some footage and I have to edit the footage, there's no way I'm going to edit the footage and say, ha ha ha, this is very funny. Ha ha ha, this is very, very funny. This is funny, and cut or action. Now, when I looked at it, the parents are responsible as well too. I'm not going to front. The parents are very responsible as well. But this is what happens when you do things for money. This is what happens when you're getting paid. And what you're getting paid for, sometimes you don't really get to think about the after effects of the money is so short term. The psychological effects is long term. So a 7-year-old boy and a 14-year-old. Now listen, I seen it. And I was like, how is this funny? Like, who said this is funny? But I find it ironic that Aries Spears has been already going through the blogs and the news for what he said about Lizzo. He said what he said about Lizzo, went through the blogosphere and social media. Then out of nowhere, all of this comes about. Now, how long have they had these tapes? How long? This is not new. They didn't just do this. So you mean to tell me they've been holding these tapes, right? This has been out, or this has been known. And now in 2022, out of nowhere, it goes public. I smell a rat. I smell a rat. Because there's no way in hell that this is something that happened a long time ago. And then now they're bringing it out. And it just so happens that Aries Spears was he's so-called in trouble, or people not feeling him for what he said about Lizzo. And then he said what he said about Lizzo, and people not feeling him. You know, he fat shamed her. And then now everybody's just like, yo, hold on. Yeah, but what about, so I guess they was on some, well, what about this? That's what happens with this culture, is that when you do stuff, people hold stuff over you, and they hold stuff over your head. This is not new. These tapes are not new. This didn't just take place. They're not even in that place no more. Aries Spears don't even look the same. Tiffany Haddish don't even look the same. So obviously they held on to this, and they try to say go, 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 go. And then when it ain't time to go no more, now he gonna bring out the tapes. So I'm not too certain of exactly when it happened. So let me look really quick if I can get a date on when these tapes allegedly took place. When these skits allegedly took place, because I really don't know when they took place. But I know it's not new, because Tiffany Haddish wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't, where she's at in her career right now, I don't think she would do that. I don't think she would do that right now. But let me go into this also. Funny or Die confirmed that the video has been shared on his platform, but was later deleted. And they went on to say, Funny or Die found this video absolutely disgusting and would never produce such content. The company said in a statement to Rolling Stone, we were not involved with the conceptualization, development, funding, or production of this video. It was uploaded to the site as a user-generated content and was removed in 2018 immediately after becoming aware of his existence. So if it was removed in 2018, was it filmed? Oh, it was 2014. It was 2014 by this last line. The evidence is out there for the world to see. There's no denying that my brother was blank by Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears in 2014. So this is a lot older than we thought. It's actually it's not from 2018. So which means that it sat there publicly for 4 years before they removed it. So you go at Lizzo, and then something from a while ago just comes out mysteriously. Sometimes you can't fuck with certain people in high places. Now, when I look at somebody like a Lizzo, I don't have no opinion on her. I don't listen to her music, don't watch her. So if she, no matter what she does, doesn't really matter to me because I don't watch her. I'm not a fan of hers. So it doesn't matter. I can really I can live my life like that when I'm not a fan of somebody. I don't have to criticize somebody or be with them. It ain't my thing. You know what I'm saying? And for whoever's into it, that's just their thing. But what I'm tripping off of is that in this culture, most of these actors, because it's not actress anymore. You know that, right? It's just all actors. But most of these actors and actresses, I'm going to say actress. If you're a female, you're an actress to me. Most of these actors and actresses, a lot of them did something strange. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. So a lot of times they have things on you and they hold it over your head. And the minute you ain't in an alignment, the minute you not in a situation, you out the whip. So let's see what happened. Let's see what happens. Aries Spears to me is not in the whip. I don't really recall him doing too much in the public eye since Mad TV, which I thought Mad TV was funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? When I watched TV. But Tiffany Haddish has become, damn near A-list. As far as the publicity, and she's everywhere. So I want to see what happens with her. I want to see if they just go after him and leave her, or they both skate by. But regardless to what, if you watch it, it is disturbing. It ain't nothing that you can say, ha ha ha, nah, it's just jokes. Because the funniest thing about humor, you do have dark humor, you do have stuff, but when it comes to anything dealing with a child and in the manner that they did it, that's not funny. Like, again, I'm just tripping off of who filmed it. Because if you go after him and her, you have to go after the person that possessed it and filmed it. Because to me, that's child porn. That's what I'm going to say. But so you filmed it, you possessed it, you edited it, you know what I'm saying? What about that? What about those people? So all the parties involved, years later, the parents, to me, can't say I'm suing, not the parents, maybe the children, but the parents is they just as guilty. And that's the sad thing about industry, is that the parents do a lot and they don't realize the psychological effects it has on the children till later on. Now, 14-year-old is a baby. But a 7-year-old, come on, man, that's 2 years. You know, if you look at any 5-year-old right now, they're just going to kindergarten, and that's only, that's just crazy to me. And Aries Spears, you a piece of shit for that. If you just gotta say that. Not only is, I don't think, I have videos up here that I didn't think Tiffany Haddish was funny. I just never even smirked at her. But Aries Spears, you a piece of shit. Because it's certain things that ain't funny. And if somebody comes to say, I didn't write it, it's not my idea. Somebody comes to me with this idea, I'm gonna be like, yo, nah. I don't do that. I ain't doing that. Like, that ain't funny. That's not funny. And the fact that it was an actual, listen, it wasn't a small person playing a child. It was an actual child. It was an actual child. So when I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, hold on. And the whole shit was about him being the dirty, nasty uncle who you leave your child with the uncle. So they was making, not only are they making fun in this situation, making jokes, right? They're also, to me, making fun of everybody that this happened to. Because anybody who could watch it and look at it can be traumatized, and it could take them back to a place where they remember being left with their uncle, and it's just, if you didn't watch it, man, I don't watch it. I watched it because I wanted to see what the hoopla was about, because I didn't understand the context, because I'm saying to myself, I know it's not an actual R. Kelly tape type situation, but I know it's probably something that they think was funny, and I watched it to see if maybe people trip, because we in a day and time where people just trip over everything. You know what I'm saying? People say, I said something about Jay-Z's hair, and this old bastard made a 5-hour video talking about I diss everybody with dreadlocks. So this is how people receive information now. You can say something, and no matter, even if you generalize, somebody's going to be offended, and this outrage and all that. So I looked at it for myself. I really looked at it to see, hold on, maybe they just tripping. Maybe they going too far. Maybe they just maybe it's some type of witch hunt. But then when I looked, I was like, nah, where is this funny at? Like, this is not funny. You know what I'm saying? That's not funny when you dealing with that type of humor of harming children in any way. It's not funny. It's very distasteful. And I didn't even get how, okay, they're being sued, right? They're being sued. And the lawyers are saying they won't be shaken down. They won't be taken for money. But at what point do the lawyers say, because this is what they should say, fuck the money, fuck being sued. You know what I'm saying? Because that's it is what it is. At what point do the lawyers say on their behalf, my clients didn't see any wrongdoing what they were doing, but they apologize for anybody that was affected and harmed in it? Wait, because this is almost like, yo, you're not getting no money, but you don't think that shit was wrong? Like in hindsight, because hindsight is 2020. Sometimes we do things, we're impulsive, we do shit, blah, 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 blah. And then when we look back, we say, damn, I fucked up. Like, I'm the type of person that sometimes I do and say shit and I don't have no malicious intent. But if you could call me and speak to me and say, yo, that kind of bothered me, I might say, you know what? I can see how you are bothered by it, right? But I didn't mean that for you. So if you feel like it was a personal thing towards you, I my bad. But they on some, yo, y'all not getting us for no money, but fuck the money. Fuck the money. At what point do you say that shit was a little distasteful? That was like, nah, maybe we shouldn't have played like that. Maybe we shouldn't have went that far with, with the children. And, unfortunately, when we see our people, black people, we just always try to be in alignment and support, and they be the main ones doing the weird ass bidding for the people that we think is the people that we should be going against, but it be people that look like us doing the weird ass bidding. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, hold on. We want to stand with you, because even when I heard his Lizzo comments, I was like, whatever. That's his opinion. You know, it don't rattle me. You know what I'm saying? But there's people who have been harmed. There's people who dreaded when their mother left and they had to be with their uncle. It's people who have an uncle that comes to Thanksgiving right now that bothers them. There's people who never faced their uncle. There's people who never outed their uncles. People who never told the world what their uncles might have done to them, and they think this shit is funny. You know what I'm saying? And it's just very distasteful. And I just think, you know, forget the money. Just say, yo, you know what? This shit was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the money. Like, you can't pay people for, well, I guess there's a monetary gain when it comes to trauma. I guess you can be paid. But what happened to just saying, yo, man, this shit was just, you know what? Looking back, it was fucking wrong. Looking back, this shit was distasteful and it wasn't funny. What happened to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to that? Like, and I'm going to be real with you. Y'all can say what y'all want about me. My solution for a lot of stuff, it ain't no money, it ain't no lawsuit, it ain't a strong talking to, it ain't a YouTube video, it be these hands. Aries Spears, yo, you need to catch some hands, bro. Because you dead ass wrong. You was dead ass wrong. You need to get kicked in your ass. Seriously. And then give up some bread. But you don't fuck with the kids, man. Y'all already know how I feel about the children, man. Don't fuck with the kids, man. Don't do shit like that to children. You know, don't do it. Don't do shit like that to children. And if I would never do that, right? I would never do nothing like that. But I'd just be like, yo, you know what, man? Yo, I'm my bad. Because see, the fucked up shit is when people don't say sorry and they just keep it moving and they be like, yo, I ain't trying to, you know, they trying to get money. You don't think they deserve money for the shit you did? Like, on some real shit. Like, don't you think, Doggy, why do you make a video when it came out years back? Because I didn't fucking know. I found out like everybody else did. Stupid. Why didn't anybody make a video years back? You think I'm sitting in the crib watching Funny or Die? I already told the world, I don't think Tiffany Haddish is funny. I'm finding out like everybody else. Common sense ain't too common with a lot of y'all. I'm finding out like everybody else. I didn't know shit about it. I don't watch Aries Spears besides the fucking Mad TV shit. And Tiffany Haddish, shit, I done fucking watch I watch Boiling Water before I watch her. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. So, you know, it is what it is. Like, we're right now, we seeing it, and we all seeing it together. You understand what I'm saying? So, shit, years ago, shit, I just started getting on fucking, I was going live on YouTube in 2015. It came out in 2014. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know. I'm finding out just like you are. And we all appalled. So, us as a community, we're talking about it. Like, the fuck you want me to do? You know, it's funny, right? No matter what you do, you just didn't do good enough. No matter what you do, you didn't do good enough. We all building. We all talking about it. It's all over blogs. It's all over social media. You know, we all... It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I didn't know. I didn't know, you know? And again, man, you know, I hope these children receive all the counseling they need. That's first and foremost. I think that when these situations happen, you can't, that's what I'm saying. Like, what dollar amount suits you when you've been traumatized? See, that's my whole thing. Because how does my trauma get monetized? You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I tell you all the time, black people trauma is the biggest breadwinner in society. But I'm just saying, if I was traumatized and something happened to me, how can you, what's the fair dollar amount for my trauma? You know what I mean? Like what's the fair, you deserve, you got put out there in a wicked way when you were 7. So now you're this age. Here goes $100. Like what? Put them all in the lawsuit. Put Funny or Die in there. Put Tiffany Haddish in there. Put Aries Spears in there. Put the director, the writer, the man who hold the lights. If you fucking went to the store to get Starbucks, if you got the Starbucks for the set, you in there too. Just go through the credits. Whoever name is in the credit, they in there too. You ain't got nothing? Well, we want your nothing. We want your nothing. Because again, God, I done been around people when they did shit. I'm like, yo, that's not. See, one thing about the hood where we come from, it's certain shit that's not funny. You know what I'm saying? Certain shit that's not funny, and we'll openly say, yo, that shit is not funny. Or if listen, if you're not from the hood, if you're not from the inner city, if somebody ever say to you, or even if you are, or even if you in any public place, right? And somebody say to you, yo, you think that shit is funny? Depending on how you answer that is whether you're about to get busted in your mouth. I'm just giving you a fair warning right now. If somebody look at you, if you did something that you was key and ha and you thought it was funny, and somebody look at you and say,
yo, you think that shit was funny?
Say no. Say no. Don't continue to laugh. Don't say, don't just say no. Because if you try to keep the joke going, or you laugh, you're going to get hit. I'm guaranteed, or you're going to get hit, shot, stabbed. Some type of physical harm is coming to you. So if you ever in a situation, I don't care if it's a woman that say that to you. If it's a man, if they look at you and say, yo, you think that shit was funny? Do not say yes. Do not say, I was playing. Just say, nah, that shit wasn't funny. Yeah, you right. Just say that. Even if, just say, nah, yeah, it wasn't. Nah, it wasn't right. Yeah, AJ, you got to have a certain energy about it too. Don't still be like, nah, I was, because you're going to get hit. I'm telling you, once a person say, yo, you think that shit is funny? They already had it. It's already too late. He said, if I say dead ass, right? So yeah, listen, if you're in Brooklyn, we're the king of dead ass. If you say, yo, you dead ass think that shit was funny. If somebody say to you and you do some shit that you think is funny and it has something to do with messing with a child in some type of way, some sick shit, and somebody look at you and say, yo, you dead ass think that shit was funny? Don't say yes. Don't key anymore. Don't laugh. Get dead serious. Have a straight face. Remember when you was drunk and you get around certain people, you try to sober up? Do that. Act like you done walk in the house and your mom just sitting on the couch in the living room and she normally in the room, you came in bent and you're trying to act like that. Don't be like, don't keep keying because you're going to get some type of physical harm is coming your way. Because when a person asks you if you think that shit is funny, that's the prerequisite to you getting punched in your mouth. Or stabbed or shot or cut. Something's about to happen to you. So for your safety, just be like, nah, yo, I did play myself. Just say, my bad, yo, my bad. Just do that. I don't care if it's a lady. Ladies, if you do some shit and you out and about, and even if another female say, yo, you think that shit, yo, that ass, you think that shit was funny? Just be like, nah. Just be like, nah, it really wasn't funny. Because again, when we're dealing with children, we have to be mindful of dealing with children, because children, their mind is fragile. The children are an empty vessel, and what we put in it is what they gravitate towards. A lot of them start forming their own thoughts and own opinions, but it's all off of what we show them and what they're exposed to. And when you're exposed to sexuality, sex, inappropriate acts, there goes their mind. Leave the fucking children alone. These adults,
some, if not all, of these niggas gotta die.
And you know what though, and in closing on this, I hope, because it would be really, really whack and really, really corny if this is backlash for Lizzo. That would be corny. Seriously, that would be very, very corny if this is backlash for Lizzo. Because that means that people have been holding it. People have known that these children were pain and didn't say anything and just waited for a time to pounce. Because if it took that situation of her being shamed for them to talk about this, that shit is corny. Yo, why does Doggie got the devil voice with the fire behind him? Your name is Purple Mashed Potatoes. Why is that your name? For one, I don't think anybody has ever spoken to the devil, so you don't know what the devil sounds like. So I don't know where y'all get that from, the devil voice. Who's spoken to the devil? That's for one. For two, I got fire behind me because my shit is fire. So that's for everybody, because some of y'all are just, I don't want to call y'all remedial, I don't want to call you no bad name, but sometimes y'all just don't get it. Your name is Purple Mashed Potatoes. So all of a sudden I got the devil voice, because nobody's ever, who's spoken to the devil? I got the devil voice. And I just want to say something for the record. And this is, nobody on the internet with the platform of my level of hip hop has talked about and spoke about the ritual spooky shit that went on in this industry than me. I've been exposed and putting it out there. So for people who want to say, oh, he got the devil voice, he got fire behind, y'all need to go outside. You need a hug. You need, go take a bath and bleach or something like that. Like, seriously. Because if you think I'm down with some type of, it's sad. He's like, he got the devil voice. You spoke to the devil? So let me ask you something. When Raekwon, because that's Raekwon, said,
Yo, my name is Knuckles from the Wally era.
On that skit, was that the devil voice? King Low, I think that's your name. You've been dick eating for like 4 or 5 comments, so you could holler. You know what I'm saying, on the other side. I'm not getting triggered by the chat. I'm chilling. I'm in good spirits. Some of y'all come here, you think you gonna rattle me. You think you gonna play. Whatever. But anyway, moving right along. Again, I hope in this situation, the young people that were harmed get whatever help that they need, counseling, just reassured that they didn't do anything wrong. You know, because a lot of times when you're victimized, if you think about, when you're victimized, no matter what situation you've been victimized in, you always think of what you could have done different to not been the victim, right? So if you go outside and somebody pickpocket you, you start saying to yourself, damn, I almost left my wallet in the house. You know, you start. So a lot of times you have to go through the steps and realize you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. So a lot of times, you know, when you're a victim and you've been victimized, you can blame yourself. You can blame yourself. Seriously, you can look at yourself and say, damn, maybe I shouldn't have went. No, it's okay that you went. It's not your fault that somebody's an asshole. It's not your fault that somebody else is sick. You know what I mean? So again, we have to always take that into account. So, you know, with the children, hopefully, again, they get the help they need. Hopefully they get taught that it wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Adults handled you wrong, as well as your parents. And we just wish them well. You know what I'm saying? We just wish them well. You know, it is what it is. So, another thing that I wanted to cover, because I predicted it. Me and my comrade Kareem Johnson predicted it. T.I.'s son King got locked up. Now, society is so ass backwards, right? Guess how backwards society is. See, T.I.'s son King got locked up. The one who cursed out the short order cook, according to T.I. and the Waffle House. He got locked up. They didn't reveal why he got locked up, but he got locked up nonetheless. And then he got out of jail, and his response to jail was, fuck 12. Cool. This is my issue. I grew up how I grew up. If I can do it all over, hindsight is 20/20, like I said. I probably wouldn't have partook in some of the things that I took in. I probably would have went the other way. I probably would have been the damn gamer wrestling fanatic that I was. I probably would have been the gamer that I wanted to be, because it's so funny that I was, you know, at the age of like 11, you know, you growing up in Brooklyn. So by the time you're 11, 12, 13, you know, unfortunately, how we grew up was a dog eat dog world. If you didn't partake in certain things, you was the prey, you know. So you start partaking in things based off your environment to protect yourself, you know. And then from protecting yourself, sometimes you start becoming the aggressor, because the prey, when he don't get eaten, sometimes can become the predator, right? So it just so happens that gaming and wrestling are $1 billion business. So I wish, you know, with all due respect, I still wish that I was, because I play video games, you know, but I wish that I got into gaming the way I should have, because I'm still going to do it. And I'm going to do a wrestling. Well, I'll talk about that another time. I still want to do some with wrestling. So T.I.'s son, who grew up a privileged kid, his mother from Escape, I'm pretty sure she got decent publishing. She wrote No Scrubs for TLC, hit records. So if she never did anything else in life, and if she got her publishing from No Scrubs, she was up. T.I., successful rapper, actor, philanthropist, business owner. Listen, he grew up a privileged child. A privileged child. Unlike me, he has a choice not to be
a nigga.
He has a choice. He has a choice. He doesn't have to eat and rob for food. He doesn't want for anything. I'm pretty sure he lives in a nice house. Grew up in a nice house. Probably had his own room. Shit. Some of us ain't get our own room till we got our own apartment. Some of us are professional couch sleeper owners. Some of us has always shared a room or have always lived with family, right? So, anyway, pretty sure he grew up privileged. But for some particular reason, today's children and even the adults, start overcompensating based off the internet and society to be street people, to be niggers, to be, I'm out there. Now, me, myself, I partook in a lot of shit. I've never tell one story of any street tales. Every now and again, I dibble and dabble for humor. But look at how people make a living off of so-called street cred. Now, I'm telling you, I went and bought a brand new car. I didn't get that with street cred. I know how to do all this shit that people keep asking me, what are you using? I didn't get that with street cred. I was able to build my self-empire, and I didn't get that with street cred. I got that with this. I got this with application. I got this with discipline. Listen, I historically, and even today, if I'm around somebody and you violate me, if depending on how I feel like handling the situation, if I feel threatened or afraid, I'm going to snuff you. That's just the facts, right? But I don't walk around snuffing people. People try to provoke me on the internet and then say, I don't want to fight you. If I see you, I don't want no problem. But you talking gangster shit. You calling me a hoe and a bitch. Now, when you call somebody a hoe and a bitch, what comes with that? Just really think about that. When you call somebody a hoe, a bitch, all this shit, when you call people these things, I have to say, you know what? It's just words. Because I know you won't stand before me and say that, because no man, listen, people, anytime you ever been called goofy, bozo, lame, all that shit, hasn't it always been in the internet? Has anybody ever stood before you and called you goofy, lame, or bozo? The only time you have ever been called that was on the internet. Give me a time in any of your life, all of us, we all do different walks of life, different places, different shades, different. Give me a time where somebody has stood before you and called you goofy, lame, bitch, or bozo. It has never happened. That's internet shit. That's internet shit. I'm on the internet, but I'm not into name calling because it's something that comes with that, right? It's something that comes with that. So, unlike some of us who had to fight, unlike some of us who came up in some of the most fucked up conditions, unlike some of us who don't take pride in being niggers, some of us who had to, really get out of that mentality because, hey, shit, I woke up, I can pretty much eat what I want. I can live how I want. I can do what I want. My back is not always against the wall. I'm not in fight mode all the time. So you get to chill. You get to grow up. Every now and again, they try to pull you back in, but that's different. You can use discipline and not fall for it. Now, when you look at this kid, he's going down the wrong path, and he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. And for some reason, he's emulating. I don't even know what the hell he emulating at this point, because his father is not. He play tough, but I'm not saying he's not tough. I ain't going to do that to him because I don't know what he is. But what the hell? Like, how are you in a situation where you getting locked up? Like, jail ain't no place for nobody. Now, my thing to T.I. and Tiny, how can you talk to the children and talk to the youth if you can't control your own children? Like, that little boy came out of both of y'all. Came out of him, came out of T.I., went from his brain down his spine threw his jump off, inserted it into her, went through her, just swam, boom, the egg came out. That shit, he came from you. He came from you. Y'all can't tell him nothing. Your advice and your response, T.I., is he's chasing the wrong things. King, little homie, Fraggle Rock. I don't know if you got teased a lot growing up. I don't know what it is. Little homie is millions of children who would love to be in your place, who would love to trade places with you, who grew up with no parents, who grew up in a fucked up position where they didn't have a choice. It was either kill or be killed. It was either eat or be eaten, right? You're a little dude in stature and brain and size, right? You got a lot to learn. And what you gonna get out of this shit, trust me, you don't want. Because there's a pain that comes with this shit that you don't want. Trust me, it's a physical. First of all, it's a physical pain that comes with this shit. Like I know what it's like to be stabbed. I know what it's like to be jumped. I know what it's like to be shot at point blank range. I know what it's like for somebody standing next to me to get shot, but they shot at both of us, but hit him and missed me. Now, this shit ain't nothing to glorify, but if you have ever been in a situation and somebody shoot at you, the sound of the gun, the volume of the gun is the scariest shit that you will ever experience in your life. You didn't even get hit. The sound, boom, boom, and motherfuckers, you see the flash of the nozzle of the gun. I'm telling you, that shit is scary. It's so scary, you don't even know if you got shot. You will be checking yourself to see if you got hit. You don't even know if you got hit. To where you like this, yo, am I hit? You don't even know if you got hit. Your adrenaline is rushing, the fear, every emotion comes out of you when a motherfucker shoot at you. You are really sitting there thinking and wondering if you got hit. Somebody can tell you you good, you ain't get hit, and you don't believe it because most of the people who got shot don't even realize they got shot. I'm telling you. Now, T.I., that's your boy, man. So what's going to happen is that we're all going to sit here. The world is going to watch the demise of your child. That's your child, bro. That's your. And not only that, Tiny. See, because y'all caught up in a whole bunch of shit. We spoke about that before. So I'm not even going to fucking go into that. But I'm just trying to figure out, when did parents lose control of their children? Like, are you really not in their life like that? Are you really not around? Because it comes a point where you say the road don't matter, the work don't matter, none of this shit matters because I'm about to lose my fucking child. Now, for anybody out there who ever been stabbed, the shit don't feel good. I'm not saying you rather get shot than stabbed, but it don't feel good. You know why? Because when you get stabbed, boom, you got sliced going in, And when they pull the knife out, you got stabbed again. So one, boom, boom, you got stabbed twice. And it's cutting. And so picture taking a knife and you cut some chicken, steak or whatever. What happens to that animal flesh? You think your shit is harder or more tougher than a fucking steak, than a cow? Right? So you got stabbed. So for the little homie, it's a path that you going on. Trust and believe that shit do not, getting stabbed don't feel good. Going through the system don't feel good. Going to prison don't feel good. Boy, they got some shit going through bullpen therapy. Going through the system don't feel good. You're a privileged kid. I'm pretty sure you done got all the games you want. You got all the Snickers you want. Enjoy that shit. Because unfortunately, prison just might be the place for you. Prison might be the place for you. Prison might be where you need to be, truthfully. You might need to be in prison. Because you're chasing something that when you catch it, did you catch it or did it catch you? Listen, there was a time I was probably like 11 years old, right? And I'm outside and I thought I saw a ladybug. Yeah, you ever seen a ladybug fly around? Now I'm outside. This ladybug is pretty big. So I'm chasing the ladybug. The ladybug is flying. I could have left the ladybug the fuck alone. Me, I want to catch it. You know why I want to catch it? Because I want to catch it and I want to look at the back of the ladybug. I want to put it in a jar. I want to count the dots on the ladybug and say this ladybug is 8 years old. That's what I want to do. But I could leave the ladybug alone, let the ladybug mind his fucking business. But for me, I want to catch the ladybug. Follow me here. I'm jumping around going crazy. I catch the ladybug, but guess what? It wasn't a ladybug. It was a water bug. So I catch this shit only to find what I grabbed was a big ass flying roach outside. If I had known it was a flying roach, I wouldn't have wanted to catch it. I would have left that shit alone. Moral of the story is, when you chase something, don't get mad when you catch it and it ain't what you think it is. My dumb ass should have left the fucking ladybug alone. Because I wasn't going to do nothing but catch it and put it in the jar and fuck it off anyway, right? I should have left it the fuck alone. Nope. Me wanting to be an asshole. I'm catching this ladybug. It was a fucking water bug. Moral of the story? Be careful what you're chasing. Because when you catch it, might not be what you think. So little homie, this little gangster shit, this little image, we don't believe you. We don't believe you. So I don't know if you're trying to convince us or convince yourself, but we don't believe you. And you know what? We don't even want to believe you at this point. But we see you spiraling. And T.I. dealing with the spooky side a little bit. Are you pushing him out there to get back in the whip? No, for real. Are you pushing him out there to get back in the whip? Are you saying, take him? I just want to be back in the whip. I don't want to put that on you, bro. But now we got to start questioning you.